Yeah, we always have a rough week when ODU was tough, and I thought we played good at times, but we didn't play very consistent. Then we get on the road and experienced a lot of adversity on the road, kind of like the season went. It reminded me of how our season was going when we got on. Trying to fly out of Lafayette was tough, and then it wasn't tough as our radio guy had it really tough. They didn't actually make it. We had like 5 or 6 people that didn't even make it to Akron. So, and we got there late, so the practice time wasn't available, and I didn't have all the team, so we couldn't have practiced anyway. And so we just did film that night, and then the next morning we get up at 6 and we tape off a lane in the meeting room, and we did walkthrough of what their offense was and all that. So, and maybe that's why we played a little bit better, because I think we had 27 points the first quarter. So, we played better on the defensive side, and then toward the end, when we pressed a little bit and created some turnovers to help us get some scoring going, and then toward the end of the game, we started kind of turning it over a little bit, and then like Matt mentioned, it was the same score. I mean, the same difference in score from the first quarter all the way till the fourth quarter. So, I was pleased with that. And our rebounding was pretty good. Turnovers were down somewhat, so that helped.
Being out for a few games for Amani, and I know it wasn't for a good reason, was she fresher, more rejuvenated? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she was always ready, man. I think she just was ready, and sometimes it takes a freshman a little bit longer to kind of get the feel of it. It looked to me, I mean, I see her at practice go so hard, man. She shows up every day wanting to get better and stuff like that. So she's going to see some benefits from all that as she gets a little bit older. But she's a player. And the first quarter, I think she had 12 points of the 27, and it came because of the toughness. The referees were just letting us play. It was just like they got out of the way. There was not many fouls called, and we were aggressive going to the rim, and especially her. I mean, she scored 12. To me, getting to the rim, it was nothing on the outside. She catch the ball in the high post and put it down. So yeah, she's that kind of player, But you're right, and I think it took her a little while, but I didn't expect that. I thought she was going to come back and play right away.
You're talking about aggressive on the defense. You guys were plus 10 in points off of turnovers. Kind of talk about, you got with 27 points off turnovers. Can you kind of talk about like the defensive effort and just kind of getting at the ball and then taking advantage of it?
We were very, very aggressive in our traps. We call a 10 a trap, like a ball screen. Any ball screens that they were running, I don't know if they were prepared for it, because a lot of people don't really see it, and a lot of people run ball screens, and we knew they were gonna, and our 10 is we rotate all the way. It's like a run and jump kind of trap and stuff in the half court. And if people aren't prepared for it, it's kind of tough. And I thought that's where a lot of those turnovers were live ball turnovers too, to create some offense for us, And then we started to press a little bit. And right away we created some, not live ball turnovers, but we created some turnovers that helped us. And, I think offensively did a pretty good job of taking care of the ball ourselves. So that kind of helped. But yeah, the turnover, to me, that's how we're going to have to win. Our defense helps us to create some offense, and they did that.
Saturday was a wire-to-wire victory for you guys. Like, despite all the adversity with travel and things like that, how important was it to still come out and play good basketball from the jump?
Oh, there's no doubt. We got to get better, and I think we saw some signs of it on the first quarter. My thing was, toward the end, is like, let's don't give this thing back. And we had some live ball turnovers right down the middle of their lane that they had open layups that nobody contested, and that call a timeout and it's a hold on. They cutting it to 8 points or 6 points or whatever. We can't be giving this thing away. I mean, don't be scared to lose. Hey, let's go after a win. And that was our statement. And you got some freshmen in there and first year players, and the inconsistency kind of showed a little bit right there. But to come out with a win, yeah. And I know they felt better. Because, I mean, there's when you're losing like that, to me, there's a lot of stress involved in every aspect of your life. It doesn't leave your life. Everybody thinks it does, and they talk about, it's so easy for people to talk about us losing and not know why we're losing. So I guess that's the fun thing about sports. It's not life really, but it does come into your life, especially at this level in college level compared to high school. But even at high school, when you're losing, man, it's I never really lost in high school, Kev.
Not too old. Not too old. So are we seeing some signs that maybe down the stretch, Manley can be that consistent scorer that you were hoping at the beginning of the year?
Yes. She's shooting the ball extremely well. She's shooting the ball. Last game, there was a little difficulty. We held her out because of something she did. And so, she wasn't happy with coach, but yeah, she can be, man. She can. That jump shot is to me is one of the most deadly jump shots I've seen around in a woman. In the women's game too. She's very, very good, especially going middle and going left. Like it's funny how they think she can't go left, but she can go left to score or right to score. And we're trying to, run her off some screens and stuff like that to get her the ball. And catch and shoot is really, she doesn't catch and shoot a lot, but boy, she don't miss those either. If we could figure out how to get more of those kind of shots for her, you're going to see her score some points.